Hey, what's up guys? We are going to be working on a 1995 Star Craft Starburst motor model unit. This is the one we've done some work to the first time. This time we're having AC issues, and we went out a couple weeks ago. We went out for the weekend, and last day we was there, actually as we was packing up, this part was already busted, but the AC unit worked great. And as we was cleaning up everything, getting packed up on Sunday, we had the AC running, and it just totally lost power. So we're gonna see what we can figure out and try to get this top scrubbed back down. That's all just from setting over the winter. You can see nice little pinhole I got to take care of. Well, actually a pinhole, it's hard to tell what that's from, but it's sitting underneath this dead tree. It's probably from a piece of branch. We have to get that plugged up. I did buy some silicone. It's 100% silicone, so it'll take care of that little spot. And I got a couple spots up front around the trim that starting to come loose. So I'll get this thing popped up. I don't know squat about ACs. The only thing I know about them is they either work or they don't. So get this thing up in the air, and we'll try this other one out that I got. Be right back. Alright, so here's what I figured out so far. I went from the AC, followed the wiring, it goes across the ceiling, along the top of the wall, down, comes into here. It's the black, white, and green as usual, standard like house wire. And followed it around. There's breakers out here, but none of them were flipped. And got to looking around and found this one. And it's like some ghetto ingenuity, but apparently it was working because we used it all last year with it like this. It's the first time we had a problem, but breaker was off, I think. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, now it's on. So it was off, now it's on. So I thought the AC was fried, which I'm kind of having a mixed feelings about trying to rely on that setup for our rooftop. So this is what we picked up. I just got to figure out how to run this dude. This we picked up at Lowe's. It's a portable indoor AC. Just plug it into your wall. It's supposed to cool one small mid-sized room, I guess, of a house. So, you know, pop-up camper should be fine. The only bad thing is, get this stuff out of the way. This camper's so full of stuff from when we went camping. Here's the downside to it, is what you have to figure out is if you do this, of course it has to have an exhaust. So that's the big tube. That thing is 4 or 5 inches in diameter, easy. But it comes with, what do you do with them? With the pieces to hook it up. But the dilemma is, do you really want to cut a hole in something? And you have one of these, whichever one you want to use. I mean, it's adjustable. That has to hook up somewhere. And this one this side hooks to the tube. And then that hooks in. It gives you your exhaust going to the outside, because, you know, as you know, AC's running, builds up the heat. It builds up. It has to have an exhaust for it, or you're just going to be, you know, defeating the purpose. This one's actually pretty cool because it has a you can hook it. It gives you the option for the drain. You can either drain it. It has a light that tells you when it's full. Then it'll shut off. You drain it, and then you're good to go. Or you can unscrew it, hook a hose up to it, run the hose out, and then you never have to worry about it. So that makes it kind of nice. Not exactly cheap, but I don't know anybody that has one either. So Just going off the reviews that I could find online, it had like 4.5 out of 5 stars. But it's a nice unit. It plugged it inside in the house, and it was blowing pretty cold air. The dilemma I'm facing is how to make it work in here, because I definitely don't think I can rely on this old dog. I mean, it's got some years on it, and I cannot remember what that guy was telling me. I asked the guy about it, and it was some crazy price to have it serviced, anything wrong with it fixed, and you know, and all that stuff. Because me personally, I don't know stuff about ACs. So the thing is with this, you're losing countertop space, or wherever it is you're going to manage to figure out where to put it. You'll be losing space somewhere along the line, because that thing is I can't remember the height. That thing's probably, it's got to be at least 3 foot tall. But it is a nice unit. It does blow cool air, and so we just got to figure out a way to hook it up. So that's the dilemma. And I will try to figure something out, because what we was going to do, I was going to get a small, because we never use that that refrigerator. Refrigerator works, we never use it. So what I was going to do was get a regular house AC. I was going to take the refrigerator out and open up the side and make it to where a house AC could just slide in its place, and then on the outside of the camper make a get a piece of that, I can't remember what it's called, it's like real thick heavy duty plastic, and I was going to put it on the outside on a hinge and a prop, so when it's being used, you can open it up, and it's got a leg that kicks down to hold it up, so you know the exhaust can go out. Then when it's not being used, the leg folds up and it comes down, has a latch on the bottom to hold it closed to keep the rodents out. That was the original plan, but then we didn't know what, you know, being an older camper, we didn't know what we'd run into with actually whacking a hole in the side of it. But so we're going from that idea to this idea, but we're kind of in the same spot of how we're going to run that exhaust and where we're going to actually put it. So I don't know if it'd be better to make a spot over here, like where the screen is. I thought about if it's just being used at night, just making a something that'll fit in the place of the screen, and then you know just cutting it to where it can set on this counter while it's running, and the tube can come around, and the exhaust can blow out the door. But then the other problem you run into is going in and out, so it kind of defeats the purpose. But we'll try to figure something out, and then I'll let you know. Now here we go, it's hooked up. Lose counter space, which the counter, you know, the sink is, it didn't work when we bought it. We've had it, I don't know, the second season with it. I can't remember. Second season or third season with it. I can't remember. But we never use a sink for anything. So we actually, about the only thing gets put on the countertop is cell phones there and over here. But so it won't be too much more we can have it up here. It's working good. It's blowing nice and cold. It's set on 61. How the exhaust works, the cord, actually I just got it running out the front door. It's an extension cord, but the cord will be able to go along the seam. Then the emergency exit piece is right here, so it should fit right out that little gap to be able to be plugged in. And the exhaust, we'll see how it hooks up. It's just like make you think of a exhaust for a clothes dryer. It's got the flexible tube, just comes out, bends up. Now, man, that thing, it's a bear to get it to stay in there. Once you get it, it's all flexible, so it just curved up and around. And we actually put it at the top of the window, and it sealed pretty good. when you buy it, it does come like with a house AC. How they come with the foam strips, like when you put your window unit in, the foam strips that go around it. This has that. Came with it. I didn't try putting them on, but they should fit right in. There's just like one little spot right here where you can feel just a little bit of air coming in. And so I'm thinking if put that foam strip up here, it comes with it, that it should be okay. And then granted, you know, we don't have the curtains and everything up. And while I have it up, these dark spots I was supposed to take care of a long time ago. I had one of our videos of this camper, somebody suggested peroxide of I'd have to go back and double check everything, put it in a spray bottle and just go through there and, you know, spray on it. It said it could get rid of those stains. So we're going to give that a shot, see how it works out, and get that all taken care of. And so we got that. It's across the top right here, and then the canvas over here. Here's a spot here. This thing's set when we bought it. The guy said it's set for a while. It's mainly for their children, I believe. It was just more of a clubhouse than it was anything. So we got that stain down there, and then some across the top. We'll try to get out, which I was supposed to do already. And the window one, I don't know if there's really any help for that. I scrubbed it some. It's just hard to do because it's got the netting on the outside for the window. Just why I have to pull the mattresses and stuff up, maybe lay it in and do it that way. But I did. I found my plug. Well, I did find my plug. Oh, here it is. That converts it to, you plug your big plug into that, and then you can plug it into your standard 110. I bought that last summer. We took it down to my sister-in-law's house so we could run our AC. We was down there for the 4th of July, but it kept tripping their breaker where it's pulling so much juice. So I'm missing a screw on the cover too. So I can find a screw for that. But try plugging that in and see if this rooftop kicks on, since we found that ghetto rig breaker down in there. So we'll get this hooked up and we'll give her a shot. Alright, let's see if we got some power. So I went ahead and unplugged this. The extension cord that's running into this is, it's got to be 50 some feet between here and the outlet. So I don't want to push my luck. No, my luck, it probably will kick our breaker. See if we got power. Oh yeah, we got power. So we definitely got power going to the camper. It's a little cold. I guess I'll try. Let's try kicking the fan on. Yep. There we go. It's that ghetto rig breaker they got down inside that box. Kicked out on us. So the fan's working. Alright, the moment of truth. Here's the AC. It's got to be pulling a lot of juice off the house. There's a 220 plug running through 110, so let's see what happens. Yeah, it's blowing cool. I want to crank it up on high and push my luck, but so we got lucky. Apparently the AC unit's still good, but do you really want a chance? Do with that flashlight. Great. Oh, here it is. Is it, you know, do you really want a chance being out in freaking July and have to rely on that? Oh, great. I mean, it's the first time we've ever had an issue out of it, but and it was running all day long, and it was pretty hot out. It was real close to 90 degrees I think the issue we had is it was running hard and we didn't have our curtains up helping keep some of the heat out, so that didn't help any, making it run even harder. And she's blowing pretty good, so it comes down to, do you take a chance? Probably not, considering we have a 10-month-old baby will be going with us, so if it gets super hot, it's got to be able to have AC, man. I gotta get that hooked up. Yeah, you can hear the difference in the fan blowing. But we'll get her taken care of. And I think I'll go ahead and keep us. I mean, it wasn't exactly cheap, but it's a little bit of insurance in case the rooftop starts having issues, since we got the baby going with us and the other kids, so I'd rather just pack that along with us. Now the part that really sucks, turn this off. The part that really sucks is, get some light in here. It's nice to know it's working. This is too tall, because to be able to keep it in the camper and pack everything up, it's got to be able to set from the floor, below this rack. And it really sucks because instead of being below this rack, it's up to like right here somewhere. So that kind of sucks, as the plan was, we thought the camper was taller than that on the inside. So the idea was we was going to get it, and it would, get it for the camper. It'd stay in the camper, wouldn't have to worry about it. Just keep it in here and keep pillows around it, so you didn't have to worry about anything breaking on it. Well, so much for that. So we'll have to figure out somewhere else to put it, and then drag it out and safely pack it in the truck when we go to use it. We can really see them stains now. But I'll get that peroxide, and I'll give that a shot. See how that works out. Alright, well, maintenance 101, I guess. That sucks. Can't believe that screw fell out of there. But I still got to just seal the roof and that piece of trim. I have no idea how that hole got in there, but we have a tree that I don't see any other stains. It has some bad branches on it. Stuff's constantly falling off of it. Yeah, that one too looks a little stained up in the sides, and old as it is, for what we gave for it, we've already got our use out of it. And well, that'll be it for now. Thanks for watching. I'll see what we can do with that peroxide, and see if we can get, because this side's pretty good. Anyway, I don't want to keep that. We'll see what we can do with that. See if we can do something to get it to work and help you guys out. Thanks for watching.